Today we've got Art here from Everclear, and we're actually pretty good. We've got a couple questions to ask him. So, on your long career as a lead songwriter in Everclear, is it like impossible for you to choose like one of your albums as your favorite?
Not really. You know, it depends on the time. I gotta say, looking back, my favorite record that I've done, the one I'm probably most proud of, is So Much for the Actors. This was our third record, our second on a major label, and I think it combined my pop instincts and my heavy rock instincts, and I think it's combined it really well. And it was our most successful, so it must have touched a nerve.
I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of people feel that way. I mean, like, I think that record's still influencing a lot of bands today, and I mean, you can probably barely hear it, but even a lot of like the more poppy bands on Warped Tour that are like definitely more of a rock sound definitely took some influence from So Much for the Afterglow, I think.
Well, thank you. It's very nice of you to say so. And it's flattering. I've had a lot of people from a lot of bands, even bands that don't sound anything like Everclear, come up to me and just really just give me a lot of respect. So that's been great. I've had nothing but we've had nothing but a great experience.
Sure. And so yeah, like you said, you guys are playing on the Legend stage, and considering your music, like, it doesn't have a lot in common with some of the other bands on that stage, like Agent Orange is playing, and the Dickies, but you know, it's still just as relevant, like I said, to today's younger Warped bands. What do you want Everclear's legacy to be amongst fans of alternative music past and present?
Well, first of all, let me deal with what you said, because I grew up listening to Agent Orange and the Dickies. Dickies played my high school, Santa Monica High School, in 1978. And I used to go take buses to go see Mike Palm and the Agent Orange play back in the late 70s, early 80s. So they did influence me in some ways. Maybe not obviously musically, but they definitely influenced me to pick up the guitar and do it and just get going. And as far as legacy goes, I think that we get the respect that we deserve, and no more and no less. And I think that's cool. We are not a band that's done. So I think it's valid and deserves to be said. And I think there's going to be different types of music coming and going, but I think intelligently written, passionate rock and roll will always be around. Definitely.
And so we were actually wondering if you had heard about one of the breakout bands of last year's Warped Tour, The Main, did a set of all Everclear covers at this year's Hoodwink Festival in Anaheim, California. And we were just kind of wondering if you had ever heard any of their albums, or if you could, and if you had, if you could hear Everclear's influence in their music.
Not at all. Was it a joke, or were they?
No, it was this really cool thing where they had like 5 like kind of well-established, kind of more of a Warped Tour kind of audience, and like they had one band called Circus Survive do all Nirvana songs. The Main did all Everclear. One of the bands playing today, Hey Monday, did all Goo Goo Dolls songs. So it was a really cool thing. But The Main, I think, still, like when they played their set the next day at the Bamboozle Festival, still played Santa Monica in their playlist. So yeah,
that's cool. That's really flattering. No, I've heard of them, and I've actually heard 1 or 2 of their songs. I think they're cool. I don't remember hearing an Everclear influence there, but you know, it's funny. I know there was one band that was on Warped Tour, All American Rejects, who said repetitively that they're big Everclear fans. And Good Charlotte, who's been on the Warped Tour before. I just saw Benji the other day at Warped Tour. We were talking. He's a big Everclear fan. I'm a big. You know, it's really funny because it just goes full circle. My daughter is now a fan. You know, grew up fans of Good Charlotte and All American Rejects.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of cool.
That's probably really cool for your daughter too, especially.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'll introduce her to those guys, and she'll be like, "They're so awesome," and they'll be going, "No, your dad's awesome." It's my dad, you know, because I'm a dad. I'm the guy that says, "Go to bed. Do your homework. Go to bed. I'm not here to make friends." So, but she's got into a great college. She starts college in 2 weeks, so I think I did something right.
Congratulations on
that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud.
Yeah. Okay. So one more thing.
Okay.
What do you have to say to fans new and old who are kind of like bummed out that the other original members are no longer a part of Everclear?
Well, to be honest with you, they didn't really have that much input, so it's not really going to change. It's more of a visual thing. Greg, the drummer, was a great drummer, and he definitely had some not really influencing the songs, but he definitely made the drums exciting. Craig was good at what he did, but it wasn't really something that was imperative. And that was the third version of the band. This is the fifth version of the band. And this is the best so far. Wait till you hear the record.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
That's great.
If you feel that, have an open mind, listen to the record. I think if you like the old Everclear, I think you'll love the new stuff.
Awesome. And while we're on that note, any plans for the rest of this year after you get done with Warped Tour? Any big things coming up?
Well, I'm doing something personally. I'm putting out a series of podcasts that are comedic/political, and it's called The Soapbox. And it's just me talking about current events for 3.5 minutes and just talking a lot of smack.
For sure. Well, right on. Well, hey, thank you so much for doing this interview, Art. Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time.
Definitely. And we'll be down in Portland tomorrow, so we'll check out your set.
Awesome.
Sure.
See you down at